Oh, come on, it has to be here somewhere. Where is it? Where is it? Come on, big boy, where is it? There's somewhere here. I know. There you are. The movie starts off with this raccoon guy. Oh, hey, this ain't the basement. Anyway, he goes to the bear's cave. Quickly, get back in. And then he finds his snack stash. But the bear, too. But he sleeps. He tries sneaking around. Instead of taking some, he takes everything. Even the Pringles. But then the bear wakes up. And then the bear comes here. And the snacks are gone. And before he gets eaten, they make a deal. And he gives him 1 week to get all the food. And he gets his chippies over the hedge. Ooh. Ew. Then we meet this turtle guy. Then we meet this squirrel. This skunk, voiced by Wanda Sykes. Possums and porcupines, as they all came out of hibernation. Even the dad playing dead. Because, possum stuff. And also, that. And then the squirrel stumbles upon, we'll see. And they also found that they don't have that much food. And then the raccoon comes across an idea. And remember what the squirrel saw before back then? Well, guess what? It's the monochromatic pause moment. Here it is. A hatch. Just like the title of the movie. Oof. The hedge. So now they become worried on what they're gonna do about this. And then the raccoon decides to think of a way to intervene. But for some reason they can't think of an idea on what this is. So then they decide to call it Steve. So then Vern the turtle goes and checks out what's in the hedge. Ooh! And then he comes across a neighbor, or should I say backyard. Things are quiet for the start. Turtle and other turtle. Then the raccoon tries to see what he can get out of this entire neighborhood of copy-paste houses. Ooh. And, ooh. Oi. Oh. Hey, where's that meme face that I know is in this movie? Nope, not it. Still not it. Yeah, he's basically panicking for his life as he's going through all these obstacles here and there. And yeah. Oh boy, here we come with a Karen. You can tell she's a Karen because he's distracted while driving. He gets hit back and forth by a bunch of, pedestrians. And then goes back into Steve, the bush. Hedge. So they just did not know what was going on. So then they see that most of the food and trees are just gone. So that means they don't know how to survive. And then he introduces himself, the raccoon RJ. So he introduces himself to the gang. Even showing off all the items he has, like all that weird stuff. So then they show off that this is the log that they sleep in. He also has superstition whenever his tail tingles. And the turtle does not want to, trust the raccoon. And then he shows them some snacks. Poof! Someone made a giant explosion at the center of the earth, or top. So then he introduces them to chips, mostly Doritos. And now they are part of the raccoon's side. And they decide to show more over the hedge. But even though the turtle still doesn't trust the raccoon. Even shows the water walking. Stop. Then we go back to the Karen. So then they decide to keep themselves secret away from the humans. But first they have to try and get the foods as well. Such as any the foods that they can go through. As several types of ways on how the humans get food in any way. Basically get food here. Oof. They decide to technically they do worship the god of food. I mean the food god make whatever. You know what I meant. Hey, I saw Wendy's. Then they show there's no food. As they decide to try and get the food in the garbage. Great. Technically get everything you can.
That's a diaper. And that does come out of a lawsuit.
Yuck. And they come across a cat.
Just beat a bear.
Oh. Yeah, that's subtle. Ew. It works for dogs. Anyway, they decide to try and run away as fast as they can. And they see that, Jordan has a point. After which, they decide not to believe in them much anymore. He has to hurry up before the moon's full, or else the bear is going to get him in a tear. Roof. And then, oh, it's a dream, oh man, what a twist. Then he stumbles upon a wagon. Yuck. So then they become desperate to just eat anything. And then he tries making up of a fake story about being alone. So then they decide to keep Raccoon in the crew family. And he also doesn't know where his nuts are. Then they come across the Girl Scout cookie girls. So they find something to get it through. To make the squirrel rabbit while the turtle sneaks in. Oof. And then the girls react badly. Oof. Like that. And this. And then this. Oof. Naked turtle. But then they got the cookies. Eat. Then after that, they tell that there's a rabbit squirrel. And she hears. They feed more sugar. Then they get more snacks. Several things. With some great music too! That I unfortunately cannot play. Me bopping to this music feel like. Even gambling. I'd still eat it. Pringles and even other things. Poof. But then she decides to get the one and only character soon. Wow. Then someone gets hit. Or is he? And then they see this thing doing. Oof. And they get the cooler. Oh yeah, Citizen Kane reference. And then whoops. Here comes the big character here and now. Ooh. The Verminator. And then he knows what to do. Really? In fact, it's Dre from Verb Tech. Oh, so gold. And he runs. And then he finds all the animals. Even his own daughter is proud. Ta-da! They made a little great home for the raccoon. He even got his universal remote that he always wanted. What? Which is a bunch of stuff that really, Dr. Phil. He isn't. But then the food is returned back by the turtle. So they won't. Yeah. And they fight against it. And then accidentally, dog gets chewed on. Then, oof. We crashes other things. We crash through each neighborhood around. Oh, you. We just keep getting worse. Oof. And then, it chips out. Rip. Oof. Wow. Aw. Oh. Look, what do you want? He says something bad. Calling them even stupid. So a breakup scene happens with copyright music that I unfortunately cannot play. And remember that. Then they find the traps. Ugh. Then he regrets returning the food. Then they come across even more food. Which means that RJ has a chance. But before he could tell the truth, he makes up another lie. And then he apologizes. And it's all fine. So then they try to make a plan on how to get into the house.
Here, here, big one, here.
So then they get Monopoly characters to match it. The car. They find that the color is in the cat. Find out that she needs to get it. Then they gave her a makeover. Oof. Now she's completely different.
So lifelike. Curse you, plastic moldsman.
Okay. So the Verminator drives off. They try to sneak through the lasers. He gets distracted by a cookie. And red light comes. So they then try to do this. They try to get this. So after meltdown that she went through down this guy, I guess he's just really into women who are ultrasomatic. So now they're in the house. Any food they can get. Ah! Yeah, that's my heart every time I hear that when I was a child. Oh! They talk all day and night. Then they have to hide because now she's awake. But he sees the Pringles. After which he then stumbles upon his words too much. Ooh! Yuck. So then she learns from her dad. Cute. And then he just admits everything. And whoops. I get that reference. And then she finds the animals. And she's exposed. And then well, the explosions are in this. But the cat still loves her. Wow. But uh-oh. Double cross her. So the animals try to escape. But whoops. Oof. Then they're captured. They've been verminated. Oof. After which they get captured and they're gonna be put to death. So then he just takes all the snacks and go to the bear. There he is. He even compliments him on how evil he is. Then he decides he regretted what he did. Then what he does is to get the snacks. Mixing foods for the third time. Knocks out the Verminator. Then uh-oh. But uh-oh. Bear on the drive. But then the kids drive it. Okay. And there's a bear on top. We'll use that. Jump in and... What? Shut it. And his tail wasn't tickling and no. It's fine. They blend back in. Uh-oh, bear time. We get some balloons. Bear's off. Crash up right into this Karen's house. Yep. There goes the real estate. And then they try to get out. When they won them from the humans, a bear. Boop. Humans are on the other side. At the weed hacker. So then the bears and the humans go into arbitration with the other animals. Then they get an idea. They have to drink the caffeine. Hammy does. Oof. He stops time. Fixes the records, gets the cookie, and time starts again. Ooh. Now the three